So let's just get into a van for a second. Look at that transit van. See how small? There's 2 inmates in there. Sean is one of them. All right? The guards, I don't know where they're sitting. Doesn't matter. They're all within like arms. You can hit stop, you know, don't make me stop this car. You're that close to your inmates. And somehow they just keep on heading to the courthouse, and the inmate in the back has escaped out one of the windows. Do what now is what I have to say to that. Is that an inside job? Let's just go through the scenarios. Did a very loud motorcycle pull up beside the transit van and like distract the guards, screaming, "You turned left," when no signal, whatever? Is that how you could smash the glass out without your guards hearing it in a transit van? We don't know. Big, tight lid on this one. We'll just cycle through the photos nice and up close so you can take a look at all the faces of Sean Williams. There may be other victims out there. And since we are a national television program, I'm going to ask you to look really closely at some of the video that I'm going to show you. Because the MO here is to lure women to this fancy apartment that has a swing. And the swing is used for entertainment. And then suddenly, most women have no memories, but they do remember some of them being at that apartment. It's called the condo at the downtown towers. And this is exclusive video that we've obtained of the swing inside Sean Williams' party garage. He keeps his cars in there, but he does a lot of parties in that garage. Now, the woman on this swing is not a victim. She was there with her husband, but she did say that that place was where a lot of parties happened, and that swing was a feature of the parties. So if you recognize this picture, if you recognize this garage, if you recognize that swing, if you recognize anything about the name, the condo at the downtown towers in Johnson City, Tennessee, call the police right away, because there are women out there who may not even know that they are victims of a serial predator who's on the run. So we got the pictures inside the apartment as well, because upstairs from this garage, party garage, there's an apartment where, I mean, it's nice. It's 5 stories up, right? It's really nice. And we spoke with Michaela Evans last night exclusively on this program, and she told us this was the apartment that she came upstairs to from that party garage. Last thing she remembers was being on that swing. And then suddenly she is out one of those windows, 5 stories to the concrete below, broke nearly every bone in her body, and lived to talk to the police about it. It's important to know this. If you recognize that apartment, if you recognize that garage, if you recognize that swing, I want to bring in Jeff Keeling. He's a reporter from Johnson City's WJHL. Jeff's been following this case closely, and he joins me live from the newsroom. Jeff, it's great to see those pictures. I'm wondering if the local authorities think that by getting these pictures out there, they might actually end up with more victims knocking on their door.
I would say that's certainly a possibility. I mean, you talk about how many files he had when he was arrested in Western North Carolina. One can imagine there could be more when somebody apparently has that serial of activity. So
you know, I was going through all these scenarios in my head. How the heck do you get out of a transport van? Transit vans are little, you know, and you got 2 guards in there and another inmate. Is there a lot of whisper rumor going on that there was inside help, like jail help, and then outside help for good measure?
Well, you know, this case gets a lot of attention on social media, so certainly there's a lot of whispers going around. And I mean, that day in the newsroom, we're like, well, how loud was the Iron Maiden in the van, you know, that they couldn't have heard this. So obviously that just, it drives a lot of speculation, and there's certainly both speculation about whether he got help to get out of the van, and then whether he eventually got help once he was on the run there in Greeneville.
Or just how bad those 2 guards are at their job. And no Iron Maiden should be playing loud, except at my house, especially when you are transporting inmates and you need to pay attention to them. And I am a huge Iron Maiden fan. So let's talk about these other 52 women, because the charges right now pertain to children. Some of that evidence that they found in his apartment actually pertains to the children, child porn. But what about the 52 rapes of women. Why are those not charged yet?
Well, if there are going to be charges in those cases, I think you've got that number of people, and you've got the prosecutors wanting to investigate and make sure they've got all of their bases covered. And so I could see that taking, a number of weeks, if not a number of months, because of just the fine-tooth comb nature of having to go through all of that data and try to find people, and then figure out if there is an avenue towards prosecution in half of them, most of them, or just a few.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.